You better keep an eye on her.
Oh, you're right. You better stick to her like a tight shirt on a sweaty farmhand. You know the type with the big biceps and the hairy chest just glistening in the hot sun? I'm sorry, what were you talking about?
Oh, my nose!
Margaret, listening at the door.
I'm flying my mother's sister, Angela, over from Sicily.
And she's bringing the surprise? Which, of course, as I'm sure you're both aware, means...
Is there any more of that ziti?
Nope, clean me out. There's not a drop of food left.
Oh, then what do you say we call it a night, huh?
Well, wait a minute. We haven't decided.
Didn't know what to have for dinner. How about splitting a pepperoni pizza?
Sure, you buying?
Does a pepperoni swim upstream?
Did once. Let's go.
I'm afraid I don't understand, Sophia. They look up to you. They seek your advice.
Long time. Boy, you're pretty young. What brings a guy like you up here?
A lunatic. I'm a police officer, see. I was working a political rally at the Civic Center when this madman pulls out a revolver and he starts blasting away from the roof. I took a bullet pulling a baby carriage out of the line of fire. How about you?
Same. Can we get you anything?
Whoa.
I think you got yourself one hell of a lawsuit there, Blanche.
Is this a last-minute Baptist minister's wife at an all-you-can-eat pancake breakfast?
Wow, that's tight.
Back in St. Olaf, when I couldn't sleep, I'd get into my pajamas and have a nice glass of warm milk and slip under the covers and count cows jumping over my bed.
Woman was in the mirror. I didn't even recognize her.
Who was it?
It was me.
Oh, Rose, the kids from burning the school down before the other teacher gets back.
Now, normally you'd be right, but this class knows that I'm filling in for the whole semester. I must say, it's really nice having the same class every day and watching them grow and learn. And, of course, they're not trying any of that usual substitute shenanigans. Expensive restaurant. And I went to the powder room, and when I returned to the table, there was an open bottle of Dom Perignon and 2 filled glasses. And we clinked the glasses in a toast, and Stan gave me a coy smile, and I winked at him, and then I just...
Then that's what you'll get. Oh, God, you gave me an R cup.
Ma, will you stop that here?
Listen, we're the only family Rose has here, so we have to help her through whatever she's going through.
Right.
Sure. So, here's to Rose. Whatever happens, whatever...
Your mouth.
I was just trying to loosen up a poppy seed caught in my teeth with my tongue.
Well, it's driving me crazy.
Dorothy! Come here, Ed. Sit down here. Listen. What Dorothy is trying to tell you... What's that cologne you're wearing?
You're making this whole thing up just to rub it in. You have never met these people.
Jealousy is a very ugly thing, Dorothy. And so are you in anything backless. Now, excuse me, you'll pawn the ring. That's my final word.
To keep Stan warm on those cold winter nights, a head coat. Lois, this is just too much. Where'd you find such a ridiculous... You shouldn't be telling us that.
I know, but I like you. Now, Stan, what you have to do is ask yourself, why would you want to be with a woman who so clearly doesn't want to be around you?
Well, I think I can answer that, Doctor. There's no other kind.
Last time we met, you told me that when you were a boy, your mother didn't.
And Perry Simon, and they said, you know, we had our affiliates convention in Miami, and Selma Diamond and one of the other actresses on one of their series did this thing where they thought Miami Vice was Miami, not Doris Roberts.
It's 4.5 years, so that makes it closer to 35%. You know what? The last thing my mother said to me was that she wanted me to keep my feet on the floor.
My mother wanted me to be a priest.
I guess it's a bad day for mothers.
Grief counselor, it's what you do for a living.
I know, but I have the highest suicide rate in the office.
Look, Rose, if you don't want to go out with Stan, just say so.
I don't want to go out with Stan.
Oh, honey, I know that going out with Stan is a big favor.
The biggest? You're asking me to spend days? Saturday and Sunday, he and the other farmers became volunteer policemen. Of course, the only crime in St. Olaf was that more people didn't practice better oral hygiene. So most of the time, they just sat around the jailhouse and took pictures of each other behind the bars in goofy poses.
Well, Mr. DeKimmel, I find your work absolutely riveting.
Well, so do I. I'm just not sure I understand it.
No, of course you don't. If you had any real grasp of color.
Well, I'm just looking into alternatives. You know, hospitals have a rigid way of doing things. Why is she screaming?
She's conscious.
I just want this to be an experience I'll never forget.
Oh, it's running pretty soon. Everything's running all together. Nobody can enjoy their cake.
Stan, I have to tell you something.
Dorothy, somebody's at the door.
I'll get it.
No, you won't.
But I'm closer. Oh,
Oh, it must be that old plow injury. Dorothy, did you get the door?
About it, I don't care about it now. He's supposed to take care of all the maintenance. You better get this straightened out, Rose.
Dorothy Zbornak?
I'm Dorothy Zbornak.
I have a warrant for your arrest. I'll have to ask you to come with me.
What for?
Violation of the city's housing codes. Lady, you're a slumlord.
Say, why don't you tell me about this automobile thing again? Say, tonight over dinner?
Oh, now, Blanche Devereaux is a very charming, attractive woman.
Yes, she is. Shall I pick you up around 7:30?
Oh, I feel terrible about this. Let's say 8 o'clock.
yes?
Yeah, I'm Vinny. This is Rocco. Johnny Milthbum sent us.
Sophia, it's for you.
Rose!
I told her to get the hell out of my room.
Oh, Sophia, I want to explain about last night. When I was a little girl, one summer we had a terrible thunderstorm.
Excuse me, Rose, have I given you any indication at all that I care?
Girls, my father's coming. Be down. Wait, this is exciting. Just think, in less than 24 hours, Gil Kessler could be city councilman.
Now, I'd love to get excited, Rose, but no matter what happens, I'm going to get stuck cleaning out that peeing angel punch bowl.
But my second cousin Arlen did it.
I think we better try another question.
I am exhausted. I went to at least a dozen ticket brokers today. They all tell me the only way I'm going to get tickets is to go to a scalper. Oh, Lord, how much more can you see?
I don't know, but I'm going to move down front and find out.
Dorothy, what time did Mario say he was coming over?
As soon as he hears from the judge.
Meet my friend Martha Lamont's table and try not to fall in love.
Miss Lamont is waiting for you at the bar.
Oh, good. With luck, she found somebody who'll pay for dinner. Martha, you look terrific. Are those new knee highs?
It's a new attitude. eat, drink, and be merry.
Story of the Duke and Duchess of Windsor. Or the story of Rose and Charlie Nyland.
You know, when I think of one, I automatically think of the other.
When Charlie and I started dating, I got the feeling that his folks didn't like me. That's when I decided to get to the bottom of things, and I found out about...
I don't shout. I'm a very quiet person. I even wear quiet clothes, all solids.
I'm quiet, too.
Then we'll be fine.
I just don't want the others to know you're here.
They'll never know.
In the morning, we're getting up early to play golf. You can leave while they're gone.
Great.
Powerful thighs and muscles rippling beneath his tunic.
Blanche, you could get aroused by Humpty Dumpty.
Are you kidding? All the king's horses and all the king's men. Handsome men with deep dark eyes and powerful thighs and muscles. Well, I'd been dating seniors since I was 12. I had my reputation to consider.
Shut up, Mom.
After George and I were married, I began to realize that Jamie had this yen for me. Poor boy.
Honey, why don't you stay here? You can share my room. It's certainly easier than arguing with her, right? I'd like you to meet my two dearest friends. This is Rose and Blanche.
Hello.
My sister, Gloria.
Welcome to Miami.
Oh, well, thank you.
Oh, Gloria, Sophia's told us so much about you.
I was in a hospital, naked under a sheet with strange men, inspecting my body with cold metal instruments.
Which reminds me, has that Tyler returned my call? Come on, Blanche, we need to rehearse some more. Will you help us, Dorothy?
Oh, all right.
Maybe we can find an old rug to sharpen our claws on.
Here, how about the one on Stanley's head?
I'll just leave you the brochure.
Can you believe that man? He actually thought he was going to help us.
Well, he did have one good idea.
What was that?
Cheesecake.
You know, Dorothy, to this day, I cannot understand what you ever saw.
Please, come right in. May I take your height? A hat.
You must be Dorothy. Rose has told me all about you.
I wish I could say the same. Oh, Blanche, this is Dr. Jonathan Newman.
We had to slaughter our own meat, prepare our own seasonings, and if the food wasn't perfect after cappuccino, they shot the cook.
Ma, you're making that up.
No, I'm not. Why do you think there are only two guys from Italy?
Places, everybody.
To the Underoos. And Spider-Man scared the hell out of my doctor.
I'm not writing to Phil. I'm just jotting down some things that I want to say to the president.
Oh, Dorothy, you're not going to make a scene, are you?
Oh, hey, come on, give me a little credit. I mean, it's not like I'm some kind of hothead.
Please,
What's got me so sad? I just never had two better friends. I just can't stand the thought of leaving you.
You just implied that I'm an old lady.
Oh, well, honey, I didn't mean to imply it. I meant to say it flat out.
You know what your problem is, Blanche? You can't stand a little competition, which is why you tried to keep this whole thing a secret from me.
Well, I noticed you're here too, Dorothy, so you tried to keep it a secret from me.
Hi, girls. She told me we were going to a resort. We pull up to this place that looks like the Bates Motel. And two goons in white coats drag me inside, and for the next year and a half, I'm forced to make lanyards against my will.
Ma, you know that's not how it was.
You're right. Sometimes they force me to make moccasins. No thanks. Not again.
Someone's pinching your bottom. You're a lucky girl, Dorothy. I hate you.
Oh, this is just crazy talk. I think we've only been seeing each other for 3 months. I've never even thought of what it would be like if I were Mrs. Kenneth Whittingham.
I'm a sports celebrity.
Be at this hour.
Who do you think? The paparazzi. Now I know why Sean Penn gets so ticked off.
Can I help you?
Hi, I'm here to pick up Emily.
But the child services people say, but those are art courses. They come easier to me. I've always had a great appreciation for the arts and artists.
And carpenters and mechanics and
Yes, I'm still here. Yeah, I'm calling about the Sinatra concert. It's what?
Blanche.
Go, Dorothy, go! His memory. There's Charlie, my husband, not Charlie, my granddaughter. But you'd know that if you were still awake. But then today, I found that the lies I've been telling about Charlie are hurting Charlie. Husband and granddaughter, respectively.
Ma, I'll go tell the nurse you're here.
That's a lovely chair.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, I'd give anything for an electric wheelchair. I just look cuter than me. My life is over.
Well, Blanche, if you feel like that about it, you can get a facelift, too.
Oh, I can't do that. My surgery scares me to death. That's out of the question.
Well, then you'll just have to grow old along with the rest of us.
I couldn't go on if I had to look like the two of you.
I love your lasagna.
Oh, you're just saying that to make me feel better.
Is it working?
Like a charm. Blanche, you keep that up. You won't have that much time left.
Hi, Blanche. Sophia, what are you doing here? I'm here for your surprise birthday party.
My what? What? You didn't.
Of course we didn't. Ma, there's no party. Maybe I should take you home now.
Where am I?
A lot luckier than go to win that $10,000. You know, Rose, I have to confess, I dabbled a little in poetry writing in high school.
Oh, well, that's nothing to be ashamed of. A lot of tall girls who wouldn't get dates wrote poetry in high school.
Romantic escapades with men.
Then you're gonna hate this. I fantasize about him all day. Last night I dreamed I was Joan of Arc and he was coming at me with a hose.
Ma, maybe it was just a religious experience dream.
Did he put out...
Miles?
Sweetheart, may I ask, what are you doing here? I didn't want you to see me like this.
I know. I just wanted a chance to say I love you. Oh, and there'll be no other man after.
After? After what?
You trust.
There's our cab.
Oh, girls, don't forget to pick me up one of those hats with ears.
We won't forget, Rose.
Oh, it's not for me. It's for one of the girls in my Sunshine Cadet troop.
Yeah, we know, Rose.
I mean, I'm too old for that silly stuff. But the girls love it.
Right, Rose. You want a hint of turbulence.
This is Captain Malone again. Looks like we're running right into the eye teeth of a big tropical storm.
I'm a dead woman.
Unfortunately, that means we're going to have to turn around and return to Miami. I'm sorry for the inconvenience.
Did you hear that, girls? We're saved.
Look, there's a tar salesman.
Oh, my God, it's a tar salesman!
Hello and welcome. I hope you're all enjoying yourself, but it's now the moment we've all been waiting for.
Oh, I'm tired of being Cindy Peoples. Her life is almost as boring as mine.
Now let's go home,
Okay,
Dorothy.
Blanche.
And now...
When Kendall told her the truth, she flew into a jealous rage. She plunged the steak knife into his chest. That tramp murdered my lover.
I know Blanche Devereaux, Lieutenant, and this tramp is incapable of committing murder. Okay, we gotta move.
Anybody seen my purse?
Oh, God, Mom, how could you do this?
Relax, Dorothy. I probably left it at Sonny's place.
Of course you did, right next to his body.
How did you know?
It's all over the front page of today's paper.
Oh, that's not Sonny. That's a dead guy.
Of course he is. But she was never sure whether Sven's pleading was the pain talking or the medication talking or the guy in the next bed talking. You see, the guy in the next bed was Ingmar von Bergen, St. Olaf's meanest ventriloquist.
Oh, pussycat, you better get some sleep. The big fight's tomorrow.
Words that have echoed from mother to daughter since time began.
Okay, so I don't turn a phrase like Harriet Nelson. You still better get some sleep.
I can't, Ma. I'm too nervous.
About the money?
No, Ma.
What are you doing? I can't let you go through with this. Do you want to spend the rest of your life rotting away in some disgusting jail cell, bribing screws for cigarettes and toilet paper?
Rose, in Miami, it is not a felony to cut the wedding cake.
Cut them!
Ma, what's the point?
With a story, you get a point. With an anecdote, pure entertainment.
Look, we are very upset about Rose. We don't want to be
A
entertained.
bag of fries with that ranch house burger. I don't know why. It doesn't trip naturally off my tongue.
Sophia, they took half your day's pay just for that?
This manager is a shark. He's bucking for supervisor. He told Mildred and Edna they could only take 10-minute bathroom break.
Every time we had a fight, toward the end, our place looked like Easter in Rotterdam.
It's good to see that you're not bitter.
Everybody, I'd like you to meet my future son-in-law. This is Dennis, the gorgeous doctor. Dennis, I'd like you to meet my best friends. This is Rose.
Hello, Rose. Well, I see I must explain. You see, in this statue, I wanted to convey strength and character, so I chose Dorothy.
I knew it.
Then I dropped her.
Like so many before you.
I decided I needed more sensuality and vitality, so I turned to my sketches of...
Wait a minute. Aren't you going to ask me why I'm sitting in the dark?
I already know. Your birthday's this weekend, and you're depressed about being older.
No, I'm not. I'm depressed because you give me such lousy birthday presents.
Ma, you want better presents? Adopt Monty Hall.
I wish I could. You know what she took back? A set of pearl earrings.
The ones I fell in love with at Jordan Marsh?
Yep. Ho, ho, ho.
Oh, Ma, who cares? Rose, I love it. No, this'll come in a lot handier than those pearl earrings. The next time I'm lost in the woods with a stack of pancakes. Did you leave something burning on the stove?
What? I don't think so.
It was nothing. Well, bottoms up.
Weights and counting the days. Dorothy, remind me again why this was a bad idea.
Oh, Blanche, be serious. Now, if we want to stay together, we're going to have to raise $10,000.
Well, I don't see why I should have to raise any money. I didn't create this problem. I think the moronic Scandinavian knit...
Then, unless anyone here has cause for objection, by the power vested in me by God and the state of Florida, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Lucas, you may kiss the bride.
The Pope is saying a mass on his stopover here. Ma got 2 tickets. We're going together. Oh, a papal mass is something people wait a lifetime for.
Whoops.
Whoops. Is that Pope related or just another bark in the kennel?
The Pope, I traded our 2 bad tickets way in the back.
They could have come in the middle of the night while we slept. They could have crept up on us and cut our throats.
Now, look.
What? I thought you were the killers.
Relax. I called the police. They stole my stole.
What?
My mink stole.
Oh, no. Paperboy?
Rose, the truth is, I need the money so my mother can have an operation.
Sophia needs an operation?
Not an actual operation. She's just going to have her face done.
How's she gonna get it done?
Southwestern, Rose.
You have every right to be angry.
I just don't understand how you could do such a thing.
It wasn't anything planned. The whole thing just kind of happened.
Oh, just kind of happened? Michael, dandruff just kind of happens. Not a thing like this, and if you don't know the difference, then I must have failed somewhere along the line.
Will you stop torturing yourself? None of this is your fault.
Yet always a wreck the night before any welterweight Division B matchup at the local arena. Of course, I'm worried about... Ma, how could you do this? How could you gamble with our money?
Let me tell you a story, Dorothy. Picture it.
Wish and blow out those candles before Mr. Hickenlooper has the entire volunteer fire brigade up here pumping water on my clean kitchen floor. I swear that man will look for any excuse to make that siren sound through his nose. Inga Lundqvist told me just this last week. I know. Shut up, Rose, and blow out your...
But I joined this mammals with blowholes thing. I didn't expect to be carrying picket signs on some grungy dock. I was hoping more for a fundraiser cocktail party with Chinese lanterns and Hispanic waiters in tight black pants.
I will continue to see Glenn for as long as I please.
Is he gonna leave his wife?
Ma, for the first time in a long time, I am really happy. So please leave me alone.
If you're so happy, how come I hear you pacing in your room night after night?
I can't sleep. I have a lot on my...
Stranded on the side of the road and I ended up fixing her transmission.
Aren't there people who do that for a living?
Andy Granatelli does. Although he doesn't actually fix them himself. I guess he doesn't want to get his trench coat dirty. But I hear he has this special school in Wisconsin. I know. Shut up, Rose.
Miss Sophia Petrillo.
We'll look into this first thing Monday morning.
It can't wait.
You're right. We'll do something immediately. We'll fill out a form. Must be one in here somewhere. It's okay. Sexual discrimination, sexual education, sexual harassment. Okay.
Willing to listen to me?
Well, sure they will, honey. They don't speak English and they're horny.
Where are you going?
To celebrate.
So, anything special you want to do tonight?
Ken...
Wow, you're the first sighted person I've ever seen in a suit like that.
I'm dressed like this because the band just had a rehearsal for our European tour.
It's a beauty.
Rose?
I'm glad. You know, we've been so worried about you.
Well, I guess you can cry just so long and eat just so much. Then you have to pull yourself together and get on with your life. Besides, there'll be other Richards. Of course, they won't be as charming or as handsome or as rich. I better stop. I'm starting to depress myself again. Sophia, lunch.
I think it would be best if she stayed at home. Unless you know something that I don't.
You're disgusting.
Oh, Barry, hi. What are you doing here?
I was just bringing back your earrings.
Oh,
Well, I've got to run.
thank you.
See you Saturday?
He's a television celebrity. Besides, I talked to him for over an hour. There weren't too many people in line for his autograph. A Mr. Whipple lookalike was next door demonstrating the new 3-ply toilet tissue. Oh, I better get ready. He's picking me up at 7.
Can you imagine making a date with a guy? Excuse me. My friend here would like to apply for a library card.
What friend?
Oh, the one who's checking out everything but the books.
Hi, what you reading? Oh, you must be a passionate man. Females to fondle?
Bahamas with. I just met Ed at the airport. He arrested Michael for transporting marijuana from the islands.
Oh, you think you know somebody. I see. Well, Ed picking up Michael was doing his job. You picking up Ed is something I think the two of us have to discuss. Ed?
Blanche, you were unfaithful to George?
Oh, of course not. I was only flirting. There's nothing wrong with that. It keeps you healthy, keeps you in shape, keeps your buttocks firm.
And I wasted all that time on jazzercise.
I have to confess,
I'll turn her in, Dorothy, but first, go out there and take care of those men.
Blanche, I have to take care of my mother.
I can't take care of both Miles and the men.
Oh, Dorothy, please do this for Blanche, for me.
Oh, all right.
Now listen, I don't want my plan to go to waste. I still intend to date James.
I've got nothing to hide, Copper. What do you prefer, flatfoot or gumshoe?
Before my mother lost it completely, she watched a lot of James Cagney.
They colorized him. Can you believe it? Let the man rest. He's got hair the color of roses and more rouge than Blanche.
Whatever you think she did, nuts.
Mother.
Oh, I'm sorry. I came to religion late. I'd say. But it's never too late. And it is my fervent hope that the three of us, you and I and dear little Sarah, may walk the path of righteousness together.
We're going to go on national television in clothes we slept in all night.
We'll look like hell. We'll be exhausted. We won't be able to answer any questions.
Oh, would you stop complaining? We've got it easy. Back in Sicily, I was on a game show. It was torture.
What was it called, Sophia?
I just told you, torture. Mussolini asked her husband, the man who perfected the hot dog.
Oscar Mayer. Ma, you're not making any sense.
All right, Dorothy, let me level with you. All my life, I've been the practical one. Your father was the dreamer. So when this opportunity came along, I could...
I always am. Still, she must be worried by now.
Rose, my daughter's dead. She passed away some time ago. I go to the cemetery on Mother's Day. It was always such a special day for the two of us. I like to pretend it's still.
Someone was supposed to pick me up an hour ago. I can't figure out what's taking them so long.
Ma, when are you going to stop? Now, look, you're not going anywhere, so why don't you just put down your suitcase and you and I'll go off and see a movie?
You go to a movie. In a few hours, I'll be basking on a beautiful white beach, trying to keep the sand out of my wrinkles.
Old as you are and still be in the business.
Well, good luck.
I've never felt so good and so cheap in my whole life.
You said about Blanche?
Yes, Ma.
Tell her a cockamamie banquet is for her and get it over with.
I can't. I was sworn to secrecy. Hi, Blanche.
Eat dirt and die trash.
Just hold it right there, Blanche.
Look, you stay out of this, Ma.
That banquet you're so mad about?
With this question right, you have a D minus. Rose, you're a high school graduate.
Oh, Sophia, I'm a high school graduate. Congratulations, now you can get any job involving a cardboard hat.
Yes.
Dorothy, when you get around my age, two things happen. One, you get more intuitive about the weather, and two, corn becomes your enemy.
Ma, even if there is a hurricane a-comin'...
Don't patronize me.
That is very sweet. Well, I guess we'll see each other at the Brookside.
Oh, I meant to ask you, by any chance, do you happen to know what happened to Big Daddy's pocket watch? Virginia says you took it after the funeral.
That pocket watch meant so much to me. Sophia, I failed to listen to my children. And you don't see any of them visiting here now, do you?
I don't even see my hand in front of my face.
Glad you're making a lot of sense.
I guess we were so busy trying to protect our kids, we took it out on each other. Dorothy, I think I owe you an apology.
We'll start first with Blanche from the green team. Blanche, show us your stuff.
You first, Mr. Game Show host.
Blanche, spin the wheel. You are landing on...
Stuff you said in the restaurant still go?
I don't think so, Ham. The moment has passed. We could never recapture it.
Blanche, that was just 20 minutes ago.
I'm sorry, Ham, but you were just a plaything in my game of sexual... I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And the prince took the princess to the castle, and they lived happily ever after. The end.
They didn't get married?
That's implied.
Well, we didn't just look in it. Sometimes we'd point, too. Or spit and time it. Then there was always that wise guy who'd have a couple of drinks and unzip himself and...
It's official.
Lord, for making him live under those terrible conditions. But Angelo wouldn't give us his name.
Our Cecilia never squeals, never. Did you offer him money?
No.
Never, he wouldn't.
Well, it doesn't matter. I mean, our research department will find that heartless Shylock. And if they don't...
Real fast. There it is. My mother's face. Scares me to death. It just scares me to death. I just get so depressed, I don't want to get out of bed in the morning. I don't want to get out of bed ever again.
Yeah, well, she's not getting mine.
She's not out of monkey stand. She's out of money. Come on, let's go.
Out of money, is she? Well, how ironic. You're broke and I have all the money I want. Not to mention my self-respect.
People usually are in this situation, Rose.
Unless they're all dressed up in costumes. Sorry.
What's all the commotion? Oh, boy.
Grandma, this isn't what it looks like.
Please, I'm 80 years old. I may not remember what...
That you're leaving.
Well, Warden, I could make a break for it, but I'm afraid you'd shoot me going over the wall.
Sophia, couldn't you just visit, Phil? You don't have to move in permanently.
And besides, honey, you're not going to be comfortable there. They live in a trailer.
You won't have any privacy. I bet you don't even get your own bedroom.
Please, we all have our own rooms here, and I still don't...
Condescending. I know it's silly, but it's doctor's orders. It's just a tool to help me get over Dorothy.
Can I hold him?
Are your hands clean?
Hello, Stan.
Gloria, what are you doing here? Usually don't like to slum it with this part of the family.
Stan, please. She's out of M-O-N-E-Y.
Oh, Dorothy, by any chance, did you borrow my pearl handle 6-shooter?
Blanche, you look ridiculous.
Well, I do not. I'm a cowgirl. Yippee-I-O-K-Y.
Kaye.
This part needs a little work. And then now here's the chorus. It ain't gonna worry me for long. It ain't gonna worry me for long. I'll get up in the morning and I'll still be singing my song.
No, we're rough and rugged. We never see doctors. Never. In fact, my great-grandfather once removed his neighbor's appendix, and he wasn't even sick.
Why would he do that?
Let's just say they were playing poker and the stakes got a little high.
Rose, you have been looking pale and drawn the last... Even for me.
Where's this Bush mania all of a sudden? This is a man you see, 5 times a year? A man you yourself describe as Fred Flintstone with a better car.
Well, I may say things like that, but the truth is, Mel makes me feel young.
Name into this. Move. Move, Holly, let's go. Move it. Come on.
Cannot believe it. Arrested. I've never been in jail in my entire life. Relax, honey. thrusts my breasts forward.
Blanche, honey, you always did look pretty when you held your breath.
Jamie!
Well, darling, why do you look so stricken? It can't be...
Every time the teacher turned her back, little Debbie Tansey did something she shouldn't. Of course, her mother was the same way every time her father turned his back. The woman was a real tramp.
Yeah. But you digress.
Right. So there's Debbie putting gum in your hair, hiding your lunch, stealing your...
Of marriage, he also dumped you for a 23-year-old stewardess with firm thighs and perky breasts.
You got yourself a ring, muchacho.
Anyway, this could be kind of important.
What?
Do you remember Mr. Nivingston? The guy whose rear end you smacked? Well, my insurance company just called, and the guy is claiming he hurt his back, and he's threatening a lawsuit unless we settle out of court.
Oh, that's terrible.
I know, and I'm the one he's suing because it's my...
Sophia, we've come this far. Just think about the money. Think about it so hard that you block out everything else. Especially him.
Hi, I'm Timmy. What's your name?
None of your business. Leave her alone.
Ma, the nurse wants...
Sal, it is you. You always did such a great Cagney.
Sweetheart, how do you feel?
How do I feel? I feel great. Hey, this is wonderful. My bunions don't hurt, my arthritis is gone, and my teeth are teeth.
Here, all the parts.
Now, you have been carrying on for a week. It was only a toy animal.
Fernando was more than that. He was full of life. He was full of love.
He was full of stuffing, Rose. Now, look, you've got to get a grip on yourself.
I'm sorry. I know I'm behaving like a fool.
Okay, Blanche, I give up. Come on, Rose, let's go shopping. Listen, Rose, I'm sorry you got stuck shopping with me. I realize that Dorothy's forcing you to.
No, she is.
Yes, she is. She always makes you do her dirty work. She takes terrible advantage of you, Rose.
We should go.
Wait, listen.
Ma, why are you still here? You were supposed to have your checkup with Dr. Siegel this morning.
Oh, you didn't hear about Dr. Siegel.
Hear what?
I'm not going.
Ma, you are impossible. Now, this is the third appointment you've missed.
At my age, checkups can be dangerous to your health. Young man, this woman is doing you a favor. She's taking time from her own busy schedule. They don't know you have no life.
Kevin, no dice. You take it or leave it. These are my terms.
Look, Coach, you told me if I was nice to her, she'd roll over. I'm out of here. If you want to win tomorrow, it's...
Tell the stories around here. Picture it. Brooklyn, April, 1956.
Fine. That's the way you feel? Sophia, I'm staying right here.
Fine. Stay there forever, you big bajagaloop. I cursed the day I ever met you.
Double.
Ma, it's me, Doc.
Everybody, I want you to meet my daughter, Bridget. Bridget, this is Blanche.
Hi.
And Dorothy. And Sophia. And a total stranger.
Honey, this is my son, Michael. He's going to be staying with us for a few days.
Oh, Ma, you don't have the space. I'll take a room somewhere.
Don't be silly. You could your Edna.
Edna.
Did she like the beach?
You ever notice the birds?
I'm asking you about your late wife. You're asking me about birds?
At the park, they want you to feed them, but here they take care of themselves.
Here they could...
I'm Dorothy's Bornak.
I'm Melanie Griffith.
Hi, Dorothy. Hi, Melanie.
You're special.
You're nuts.
Now, you've heard me speak about Sylvia Butel down at the Grief Center. This is her chicken.
Sylvia Butel? Isn't she the woman who thought Milton Berle was sending her secret messages through her dentures?
Yes, but with extensive counseling and some new bridge work, she's totally back to normal.
Rose, the woman keeps a chicken Oh, sweetheart, you're now in exactly the same position.
Not exactly. I'm 5 years older, and nobody wants me around.
Oh, honey, we want you around. We just can't afford to pay you.
Rose, look at me. Rose, listen, you are feeling sorry for yourself.
We had a pig once. All the male pigs loved her. Oh, she was very beautiful. And she got pregnant, and we never knew who the father was.
Oh, my God, Rose, what did you do on Father's Day?
Here we go. Week of the 7th. Let's see.
Who was it?
Blanche?
Man, only happens one night. Now I have to get me somebody to dump Uncle Lucas on. If I could only find me an idiot. Rose, sweetheart, what are you doing tonight?
That belongs in a cabinet. It belongs in a glass canister. That way it's not only visually appealing, but you can see if they cheated you out of raisins. I thought everybody knew that.
You know, until I met you, Rose, I didn't know that people actually talk back to their Rice Krispies.
I'm upset because we'll be all alone in the middle of the ocean on a ship in a stateroom with a bed. Oh, I don't know what to do. I haven't been with a man in that special way since childhood.
Dorothy, wait up. Will you wait a minute? You just walk so fast.
I am in a hurry.
It's not sexy. Well, it's not. A woman should take little delicate steps, as if to say, yes, I may be slower than...
On with this charade any longer. There is something else. I'm black. Now, if that's a problem for you, I'm white. Of course, that'll cost you extra.
Oh, Marguerite, I could kiss you.
And I don't go for that freaky stuff.
Hero.
Oh, Father Amara, this is a surprise.
Hello, Dorothy. May I come in?
Well, of course you may. Please come in. Ma, Blanche, this is Father O'Mara, St. Sebastian's Dean of...
Just run dry. That's a metaphor, Dorothy.
Look, why is it so important that I go to this masquerade ball?
Because it's so important to Rose. Just look at her, Dorothy. She's crushed, torn up, devastated by your shocking insensitivity to her feelings.
Anybody else, I'm reporting you to the State Dental Board.
Rose,
Now, there's just one more thing before I go.
What?
Dance!
Come in.
We had a perfect evening.
Oh, that is beautiful, Blanche.
But isn't it a shame you didn't look behind the tree the first time? You could have had two.
I have a problem. All right, take a sip. I'll draw another line.
No, it's not that. My boss at the center made a pass at me.
Maybe you misunderstood. What exactly did he do?
He called me in his office and threw me down on the couch and kissed me.
That's a pass.
They said they could stop it if they could sacrifice the town's dumbest virgin. I don't know why I raised my hand. It must have just been the excitement of the moment. But they said the only...
I could just kiss you.
Not until we locate a toothbrush, okay? Well, it is high time something went right on the street.
Yeah, now all we have to do is figure out a way to get to the studio.
We can always walk. It's only 39 blocks. If we start right now, we can still get there in time.
I have a better...
I do that for Sophia. She seems to get a big kick out of calling me names, so I let her do it.
She's really a very sweet lady. She just doesn't like to show it.
Is that a family trait?
You won't believe what happened to me at the store. I saw the McDowells. Luckily, they didn't see me.
Say, where have you been? Girl, I've been worried sick.
Oh, Blanche, only you could understand what happened. I am in love.
The doctor?
Oh, he took me on his boat for a midnight cruise. It was incredible. I'd only known him a few hours, but the evening was so perfect. Oh, I didn't get any sleep last night, and I have my interview this afternoon.
I dreamt my Uncle Giuseppe came down from heaven and was pointing a finger at me. I think it was a finger. And he was warning me if I did a certain thing, I wouldn't get into heaven.
What thing?
Try murder.
It was just a dream, Sophia.
It's not just... Okay, is everybody in? I got a pair of jacks.
Oh, wait, Sophia.
Dorothy! This isn't an ordinary hockey stick. Bobby Hull used this. This is a piece of history.
It's a piece of junk. And the price tag says $4.
$4.50.
I'll take it.
Okay, but listen, before you go, come into the house with me. I'll show you the kind of wood oil that I use.
What do you want to do instead?
I know. Let's rent an adult video, drink mimosas, and French kiss the pillows.
I don't think so, Blanche.
Fine, I'm out of ideas. You think of something.
How about if we rearrange the furniture in the living room?
Twice in 2 days? Then he shows up with that girl today. Whew, how old could she have been?
Not very.
You're not like most women, Blanche, I'll tell you that.
What do you mean?
Well, wouldn't most women let a thing like this make them feel old?
Yes.
And
From Miami.
You know, I think I will take a slice of cake. Hello.
Uncle Angelo, I'd like you to meet,
I'm Sister Rose.
Nice to meet you.
I'm Sister Blanche. We're here collecting lingerie.
only at weddings. Excuse me. Look at the way Blanche is nuzzling up to him. Look, I'm not going to take this lying down.
I don't think you're going to be invited.
If you'll excuse me, I just want to fix my face.
Oh, I don't know whether you've noticed, but, Ma.
Is it morning already?
No. I just wanted to ask you a question.
What?
How would you react if you were told that one of your kids was gay?
Your brother Phil is gay? I knew it. When he was a kid, we couldn't keep him away from those gladiator movies.
I want you to know you're the only woman in my life.
That's a sack of cold chestnuts, mister. Blanche. Don't you blanch me, you lowlife. You think if you just roll into this town and have your way with every woman you want? There was someone else besides me. Oh, yes, that was me and that was Rose.
And me!
You slept with the sheriff?
Lord, 100 times you cannot get pregnant using the toilet at the mall.
I'll bet it's a boy. You're carrying really high on the front.
I'm not having a baby. I'm getting a baby. I got a telegram that my Uncle Hingablotter had passed away and left me
Dinner tonight. I just hope he has the answer I want to hear.
No. Don't worry, I'll be there tomorrow.
We may not agree with the fishermen, but we want this demonstration to be peaceful, in the tradition of, you know, the short, bald Indian fellow with the glasses and the diapers. You know, the one who didn't eat and won an Oscar.
So you got a terrific smile.
Yes.
You're smart and thoughtful, so you've got beautiful eyes.
Yes.
And you're a music lover, so you've probably got a big behind.
No.
Just
my imagination, my life is a romance novel.
Your life is a sports page.
Listen, tell me I can't do better than this in my sleep. He grabbed her. She could feel his fingers pressing into her moist flesh. Her heart was pounding, her loins on fire. You can have my room with my bad back. I'll just camp out on the couch.
Oh, Michael, it's nice meeting you. Dorothy's told us so much about you. This is my daughter, Bridget.
Hello.
Bridget's on her way to study at Oxford in England.
And I found a terrific flat on campus.
Oh, that's great. I hear the commute from here is a killer.
Pardon me?
It was a joke.
Be if they grow up, not when they grow up. That's why I'm asking you to please unplug your bombs. I'll bet my bottom dollar, or in your case, your bottom ruble, that if you called President Reagan, he'd do the same thing. It's just someone has to be first. Thank you.
Ah, forget it. It's ancient history. Ma, say something to him.
I can't. Sicilians have a hard time with apologies.
They also have a hard time passing wet cement without putting someone in it. They manage. Go on. Miss his deadline.
Ooh, Mr. Gordon.
Oh, all right. I admit it, I do have a little crush. But his kiss just took me by surprise. You know, at first I didn't think he was...
Oh, my birthday! I completely forgot. Well, I better make a...
Oh, volunteering to organize this variety show is the worst idea we have ever had. We've hardly sold any tickets. We can't find an MC, and every act that we have auditioned is awful.
Dorothy, I've got some good news. I've had a change of heart. I'll let the triplets be in your show for free.
What, Sophia, that's...
Do your laundry, entertain you. In fact, it's terrific, but that's not why I wanted to stay. It's just a bonus. I wanted to stay because I'm happiest being with the people I love.
Miss Stanley. Stanley, you know, in all the years that we've been together, I don't think you ever...
Firm and my breasts raised and my face lifted.
It's a shame to do all that and keep that hairdo.
I won!
She must be having the shot put dream again.
On rice?
Right, maybe she's a little lax in the housework.
She is more than a little lax. She's habitually late, she's broken quite a number of glasses, and she threw out People magazine before I had a chance to read it.
But, Dorothy, look at all the wonderful things that have happened since Marguerite started working here.
And again.
STEM conference, July 1945. Present were Truman, Stalin, Trebek.
And now, from
yourself. The diary. No, not at all. And I'm really shocked that you read it.
Then I guess you're not interested to hear some of the other things she had to say about you.
Not in the slightest.
Oh, fine. Suit yourself. I was just trying to be hospitable, I swear. I sent the kids to the symphony to hear Mr. Henry Mancini's tribute to the Pink Panther. I didn't expect him to come back here and jump into bed. Besides, it's not the end of the world, you know. These things do happen. Why, the same thing happened to me when I was in my... I'll look it up.
Oh, thank you. I can't sleep in a bed that's had a dead person in it. I just can't.
You'll get a new bed.
And sheets.
And sheets.
And a blanket.
Burn down the house.
Oh, poor Al. And he just got a hair transplant.
It's a... for needy, sexy people.
I just heard on TV the airports are closed. There's a big hurricane headed this way. They want everyone to stay just where they are.
That means that we could be trapped together for days.
Oh, Jesus!
He outran enemy fire at Iwo Jima, but phlebitis is the enemy he couldn't outrun tonight. And now, it's time to tango.
Blanche, I can't. Oh, Ma, honey, that's wonderful. Girls, isn't that great?
I'm the biggest slut.
Sophia, don't you think you might be rushing things?
Please, the man is 86. Right now it's a race between me and the blood clot in his leg to see who gets him first.
So what's the problem?
It's true, it's true. Elementary school was a nightmare. I was afraid to talk in class.
Why?
Well, I had a slight speech impediment. I mean, it's different for kids these days. You know, they have Barbara Walters to look up to. That pizza was delicious.
The best. There's still one piece left. Who wants it?
I do.
I do. Oh, well, I can split it 3 ways.
What am I supposed to do, lick the box?
Ma, you don't like store-bought pizza.
We didn't care. We were just so crazy about each other that,
You've been tossing and turning all night. What's bothering you?
Nothing.
Don't you break a commandment in this room.
What commandment? Thou shalt not toss and turn?
No, thou shalt not lie.
That's not a commandment.
Really? That doesn't make it.
What kind of guy would you like?
She's not picky.
Yes, I am.
Right, you could circle the globe without finding another Stan.
Look, why do you care if I have a date?
Family honor, especially at this wedding.
what's so special about this wedding?
Dorothy's goddaughter is marrying the grandson of Giuseppe.
Need one of those places? I can't go to one of those places. I'd be too ashamed. I'd be too embarrassed.
What is there to be ashamed of? You have a medical problem. Was Betty Ford embarrassed? Was Liza Minnelli embarrassed?
She should have been. Did you see Arthur, too?
Rose, we're just happy to be with you when you get your little plaque.
Oh, Blanche, it's more than a plaque. In St. Olaf, it's the highest honor. We all think of it as a reminder that no matter how bad things may be in the rest of the world, St. Olaf is still a place that's filled with honest people leading honest lives.
माझ्या दिलभर 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 राजा फक्त तू
पत्ता तू